Dave, we are live, streaming now. I'm bringing to you some pain. I've not played this game in the controls and not doing anything too stupid. We're going to be talking about women's kendo today. I've just got a little bit of double audio there from the... Let me get rid of that. There we go. We're going to be talking about women's kendo today and what we can all do to foster it, which is really great. So let's get into this and we can get started. Okay. So yeah. First, before I get into things, I'd like to just give everyone a quick update on what's been going on recently. I hope you can all hear me okay. Do let me know in the chat if you can't. Basically, things have been really busy, which is great. I've managed to secure a location for some future episodes of the Kendo Show, a really beautiful dojo. I'm really excited about that. I've got my Luke Skywalker t-shirt on, by the way, as promised on on Facebook. That was the most voted for t-shirt. So here I am. I'm Luke Skywalker, here to rescue you. Got Luke on the back as well. So. I wonder if I can change the sound on this, because it's a little bit loud in my ears. Anyway, so yeah, secured a dojo to film some new episodes of the Kendo Show, which I'm really excited about. It's a beautiful dojo. It's actually quite well known. I'm sure some of you guys will have actually seen the dojo before. If not, even you may have even been to it. Grumpy Cat t-shirt next time. I'm gonna have to pick one of those up. Okay, let me see if there's a way that I can just I've forgotten all the controls for this game. Okay, I need to just turn the sound down a little bit. Okay, it doesn't give you that option, I don't think so. Okay, fine. Just have to get used to it. So yeah, fantastic new dojo. Like I say, some of you may have even visited it if you've visited Japan. It looks really awesome, and I'm really looking forward to bringing you some new episodes of the Kendo Show in that dojo. What else have we got? We've got if you're a contributor to our Patreon. You may already know, because on the Patreon blog, I have written a blog post about it, and I have revealed joys. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It's really good. Kendo Star as well. Been absolutely crazy busy with that, which is great, because that all goes towards supporting both the Kendo Show and Kendo Gamer as well. So yeah, I'm really appreciative of everybody that's supported me with the launch of Kendo Star. It's been absolutely amazing. There's still a few days left, by the way, to get 20% off on Kendo Star. You've got until the end of this month, so if you haven't taken advantage of that, get over to kendostar.com and yeah, don't miss that one. So it's great. Okay, let's see if we can drive and talk at the same time. I do it a lot in real life. I don't know if I can do it in Metal Gear. So today's topic is women's kendo and how it can be fostered by all of us. Yeah. So oh, there's a rather dangerous looking donkey there. Let's neutralize that threat. And how it can be fostered by all of us. So the topic itself was suggested by Celine Witcher. Thank you very much for that, for suggesting that on the Facebook there. It might seem a bit of an odd topic for me to talk about, obviously being a man. Let's just make sure that this donkey doesn't creep up on us. It's okay. I'm not harming animals. Yeah, this is a tranquilizer. Okay, I'm just going to make sure it's safe. This is dangerous environment. So yes, it might seem like a bit of a strange topic for me to be talking about, obviously, as a man that's doing Kendo. But I guess I'd like to qualify my experience on it a little bit. As many as you know, I do teach Kendo to children here in Japan, and therefore I'm involved with the sort of instruction of youngsters up to around the age of 18, both boys and girls. Also, my sort of circle of friends kind of includes lots of female kendoka, and some of the best competitive kendoka in the world, actually, and I'm not exaggerating by saying that. So, you know, one particular friend of mine, for example, is actually a former All Japan champion, but also she's a high school teacher of a girls' school that itself is participating in tournaments at All Japan level. Oh dear, I just let them know that I was here. This is gonna get hairy. So yeah, so you know, I've had quite a lot of chance to. I'm gonna just run away, I think. Oh, I got killed. That's not very good, is it? So I've had lots of chance to sort of discuss with those people about ladies kendo, those sort of things as well. And you know, obviously, it's quite an important topic to me because I've got two daughters that are both doing kendo now as well, and they're obviously going to grow up to be women, obviously. And it's an important topic as far as they're concerned as well. So it is something that, you know, I have been involved in coaching ladies in Japan in the past as well. So I'm gonna need to change my loadout here because this isn't. So yeah, it might seem a bit of an odd topic for someone like me to be talking about, but I do feel like I can offer a little bit of insight. So do bear with me on that. So what I'd like to talk about in today's stream is three main things. Basically, how can women's kendo be encouraged? In other words, what can women and men do to help women get better at kendo? And also, I'd like to look at how we can encourage more women to start kendo, and also what role do us men play in the development of women's kendo. I think these are all very relevant and important topics, so I better just go and get that pickup over there. So let's start with how can women's kendo be encouraged? Well, I think there's lots of ways, and I've already seen some really wonderful initiatives carried out around the world. Several countries have been hosting women's seminars. They've got very well-known local teachers, or even senseis from Japan, famous ladies, kendo practitioners from Japan coming over to teach ladies seminars. And these are often linked to tournaments, ladies tournaments. I think that's also a really, really good initiative. And you know, I think those things should be encouraged as much as possible, both by you know, members of local federations and the federations themselves. I think they're a really good opportunity for ladies around the world to get to experience kendo with some of the world's top and leading female practitioners. I'm going to try and... Ooh, watch out, watch out. Go, oh dear, I just knocked over a donkey. That was an accident, alright? Don't hate me. So, I think that's a really good start, and that's definitely something that's very important and should be encouraged as much as possible. At dojo level, what can we do at dojo level is something that I think we should all be thinking about. In terms of, again, this is about how we can help female kendoka get better at kendo, help them improve at kendo. And in my personal opinion, in theory, the sort of basics of kendo itself, it's not exactly different between men and women. You know, obviously there's often physical differences between men and women. But you know, the routes for improvement are essentially the same. But you know, differences oftentimes. There's exceptions to that, of course. You know, it's not to say that there's always those physical differences. So that's something that's completely unique to one gender or sex or the other. So I think that's something that needs to be sort of kept in mind, you know. But one thing that I think for women, I think one piece of advice I would say is that I think they should take as many opportunities as possible to obviously practice with other women, as it's really vital in terms of the learning experience to be practicing and sort of facing off, as it were, with people that are in the same situation and to some extent experiencing the same struggles as you are. I really think that's something that's very important. Oh, we've got loads of baddies down here. I don't want to get spotted. Let's just sit on the edge here and just scout this for a minute. I'm not sure this is the best game for me to pick for today's stream because it's quite a complex one. But you know, as well as practicing as much as possible with other women, I think it's really also important that women don't shy away from practicing with men as well. Most dojo have more men than women. I think that's kind of fair to say. So it's kind of unavoidable, really. Oh, should I kill this guy? Oh, I took his hat. Took his hat off. That's gonna surprise him. There we go. Headshot. So you know, it's not like they have a lot of choice in terms of whether they can practice with men or women. Anyway, most ladies have to practice with men anyway. But it's something that women shouldn't be, you know, shying away from because it's very important for their development as well. Men are often more physically aggressive and they have more physical strength, or tend to use more physical strength, but it's not always the case, but you know, in general. But this is a very important for hi to you guys that are just joining the stream, by the way. Thank you very much for leaving those comments for me. Yeah, it's a very important learning experience there, where that women are presented with to deal with an opponent that's, you know, perhaps using more physical strength or using more aggressive tactics. You know, you've got the choice. You can think about whether they're going to try and improve their own speed or power, their own physical, aspects like that, or whether they're going to think about using different tactics and how they're going to work against those things. And you know, at the end of the day, Kendo's not an activity where the strongest person wins. Yeah, it's a tactical game, as it were. So you know, it's not like the strongest person wins. So that's him down. Let's take his mate out as well. Ooh, I missed him. That's not good. Oh, they spotted me. I'm not foreseeing a good end to this situation. So yeah, that's something that's really important. Is they have to take as much as they can away from practicing with men. One idea I'd like to suggest is for women to indulge in exercises which develop the muscles used for sharp cutting in most taikais. I can't quite see the rest of that comment. I'll pick it up afterwards, and perhaps we'll come back to that in the comments. In the Q&A that we're going to do a little bit afterwards. So I'll come back to that. Okay, sorry about that. Another thing that I'm really going to strongly recommend as well for ladies to improve their actual kendo is, and this is something that I really do feel quite strongly about. Once you start getting into the early dan levels, first dan, second dan, third dan, I'd like to encourage women to get involved with their national team. You know, for most countries, early dan levels is enough experience, at least, to allow you to participate in the team practices. Okay, so even if you don't think you'll make the team, practicing with your country's best ladies under the instruction of their coach or teacher is an opportunity that you really don't want to be missing. Yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity that that many of us are provided with. Now, obviously, it depends on your country. It might not be so easy to get to the training sessions. Some countries might require you to be specifically invited, whatever. But if you're in a country where, you know, it's not, you know, you've got the ability to get to the training sessions and it's somewhat open, so you are allowed to go, then you should definitely be going, okay? Not necessarily, you know, even if you don't feel like you can make the team or you're going to get selected, but you should be going there so that you can practice with the other ladies in your country, especially the top level ladies, and also be benefiting from the same instruction that those ladies are getting as well. So that's something that's really, really important. And to be honest, that's advice that isn't just applicable to women. I think that's applicable to men as well. But, you know, I think that's particularly important for ladies. I think one thing as well that's a little bit of a challenge for ladies, I think it can be harder for them to participate in self-study, and by what I mean by that, I guess, is you know, practice not in the dojo. Yeah. So obviously you can you can do Suburi at home and stuff like that, but that's not really what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is studying. So yeah, there's Kendo books, stuff like that, but I mean more like more relevantly these days, you've got YouTube. What a fantastic resource. There's loads of Kendo videos, but it's a bit more of a challenge for ladies than it is for men, because there's less videos out there featuring prominent lady or female Kendo practitioners. But you know, they still are out there, and I really would encourage ladies to be getting onto YouTube and looking for those, you know, ladies Kendo videos of some of the top Japanese ladies doing Kendo, particularly tournaments, All Japan Championships. You've got University Championships. You've got the Todofuken Taikai. You've got all these wonderful ladies Shiai. The Jitsugyodan Taikai, it's a community Taikai. It's got a very, very high level of ladies competitors. I very much recommend you get onto YouTube and check those out. And what you want to be doing is you want to be finding these videos, and you want to try and find some female competitors that are doing Kendo that you aspire to, or you admire, and you to some extent like to copy, because that's really what you've got to do. Okay, you've got to find them, and you've got to try and watch, copy, and repeat. And the same goes for men. Yeah, we've all got to do that. It's not just a specific ladies thing. But I appreciate it's more difficult for ladies to do that. Because there's less content out there than there is for men. But it is there, so do seek it out. And if you can find that competitor or practitioner that you particularly like, and try and follow that person. Try and watch more of their videos, and like I said, try and copy it as much as possible. And it's not to say that you only have to do that with ladies either. There's, you know, it's like I said, the basics of Kendo are the same whatever gender you are. So, you know, there's nothing to stop you also copying or aspiring to the Kendo of a male practitioner. There's lots of ladies who I look up to and are very prominent, you know, competitors or practitioners, yeah, and you know, I watch them and I think, oh, I really like their Kendo, I'd like to copy that aspect of it and what have you. So, you know, it's not a gender specific thing, yeah. So you really do have to do that. All I would say is you have to be careful, and this isn't specific to ladies necessarily, but you know, you have to consider your own personality and your own physical attributes, yeah. There's no point you trying to copy or imitate somebody that's sort of completely different physical build or has a completely different approach to Kendo than yourself. Yeah, it's like me. I'm like 173 centimeters tall. I'm not such a tall guy. There's no point me trying to copy somebody that's like, you know, 2 meters tall. Okay. I mean, obviously there's going to be things in that I can take from it, but you know, I'm not going to necessarily be able to do the exact same style of Kendo. Okay, so I think that's something that's really, really important. So there are a couple of things that I really do feel that ladies could do to help improve their sort of Kendo experience and their actual technique overall. So sort of moving on from that, a really challenging, I think problem's the wrong word, but sort of aspect that I'd like to talk about is how we can encourage more ladies into Kendo. Obviously ladies, or women are really underrepresented in Kendo as a whole. I think most of us would agree with that. If you go to most dojos, at least in my experience, there's usually more men than women by quite a large margin. Let me just this guy's not going to see it come in. Oh dear, I feel a bit sorry for him. He didn't even see that coming. But so it would of course be a benefit for everybody if we had more ladies in Kendo. I'm going to try and stick this guy up. So how can we do that? Okay, it's really tough because like I said, most clubs are kind of male dominated. There's a lot more men than women. Just a minute. So if you're in a club where literally there's only oh, I missed it. I pressed the wrong button. Should we knock him out? We can send this guy back to base, I think. So for example, I understand that if you're in a club that only has men in it, if there's no women, it can be really hard to recruit women actively, because obviously it comes across a bit creepy if you're a group of men and you're saying we're looking for women to join our club, and obviously that's an extremely daunting prospect for potential lady members as well. So that's obviously a challenge that's quite difficult to sort of approach. But the best thing we can do, obviously, if you do have some ladies in your club, we need their help. Yeah. And ladies, if you're, I'd really like to appeal to you to do whatever you can to help your club. Increase the female membership, because it will help you in the long run as well. What have we got up here? Nothing much. Okay. It really will help you in the long run as well. And it's a lot easier for ladies to do that recruitment than it is for men. And what we have to think about is how Kendo might appeal to ladies. Many people, for example, of both sexes, they come to Kendo through an interest in something else, whether it's video games, like this, could be Star Wars, like this, samurai culture, anime, stuff like that. There's all sorts of different things that get people interested in Kendo. I found that the best and most likely place to recruit women is university clubs. Well, yeah, I think it is probably true that that there are probably on average, and this is just off the top of my head. This might not be true. I have no data to back this up, but it probably is more of a common activity amongst women in university clubs, and I'm sure there's various reasons for that. But if you're a lady involved in a Kendo club, then I'd sort of urge you to consider what is what other activities perhaps you're involved in. Are you mixing in other circles? Do you also participate in some other hobby? Was it something else that brought you into Kendo? How did you get into Kendo? And then perhaps there's a way you can help encourage other ladies from that activity or circle into Kendo as well. If you came to Kendo through that stream, I certainly did. I came to Kendo from a different activity, as it happens, which I won't go into here, but I came to Kendo from a different activity, and if you ladies did also come through a similar route, then perhaps there's other ladies that would would follow you. So I'd like to appeal to you to sort of consider that, and perhaps that's something you can do to help increase female participation in your club. Like I say, because it will help you overall. One thing, obviously, unlike some I just reversed off a cliff. I'm not sure I like the look of this. Oh, look at that. We safe. That was safe. Look at that. Unlike some other sort of activities or martial arts, I don't think it's right, or I don't think it would be correct to claim that Kendo is an effective means of self-defense. I know that some other martial arts, maybe karate or judo, I don't know, that, you know, I've seen before that they actively recruit women by promoting their aspects of self-defense. Maybe they promote a woman's self-defense class, stuff like that. To be honest, you can't really do that with Kendo, because it's not an art that's based around self-defense. That isn't the point of Kendo, and it'd be dishonest to do so. There are other benefits though of Kendo, things like improving confidence, self-esteem. It's got a great social aspect, of course, spiritual development, and, you know, general physical exercise. And these are points that we can use to appeal for Kendo. That's not necessarily specific to women either. I found that women that continue Kendo, is best to practice Kendo with their partners or have to support partners, like in my I'm guessing that's the case. Sorry, I haven't quite got the full extent of the comment there. I'll come back to these comments once I've finished the going through this, and we'll come back and address those comments. So do keep leaving them, and I promise I will come back to them. Okay. So, you know, yeah, we do have those elements that are important, you know, beneficial factors of Kendo, that can be... Oh, there's a sandstorm. That could be useful. I wonder if I can make that drop without dying. Let's try. You know, so they can be used, of course, to appeal, you know, to ladies as well. So another thing as well, and this is something that's really, I feel, overlooked quite often. Something really simple, like, let's say we're going to put posters up for our Kendo club. I'd write on there, ladies welcome, popular with ladies, which, you know, ask, you know, reassure ladies or women out there that Kendo is an activity that's, you know, it's perfectly practicable by both genders. You don't have an advantage in Kendo by being male. Yeah, you have, you know, the same opportunities, you know, despite your gender. Okay, it's not you know, it seems obvious, but lots of us don't do that. So, you know, just write it on there, and I even think just something simple like that would really go a long way to help encourage ladies to feel like they can be involved. But, you know, going on from that a bit, posters, can finally watch this live. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Posters, you know, they've been a popular, you know, they've been a popular recruiting method for a long time. But like in the current day and age, you know, there's lots of different. Oh, I've been spotted. That's not good. There you go. You can have a bullet in the face. A bit grim. You know, people have used posters a long time for promoting Kendo, but these days I kind of personally question their efficiency or their effectiveness. You know, we live in an age of the internet and social media, and I think a well run Kendo club would probably be better off spending the money it might spend on posters on a better internet presence. You know, I think lots of Kendo clubs out there, you know, some Kendo clubs have got amazing websites, and then others, they just don't have websites that are really, that they don't cut the mustard, for want of a better word. Oh dear. I kind of feel a bit mean just shooting these unsuspecting victims. Oh, there's a fella over here. Better be careful. Let's go around the back. You know, but I think I guess these days most people come to Kendo after searching on the internet, right, about it. So I think it's really, really important. I think it's really important that, you know, you have a good internet presence, and with that, you know, let's say you have a website, you put up a website, you know, I'd probably consider having a section that sort of is there specifically to encourage ladies into Kendo, perhaps featuring some of the female members of the club, or some of the activities that ladies have done, or ladies tournaments. Oh, I've got to sneak up on this guy now without... Are we going to execute him, or should we try and... Oh shit, he noticed me. Oh, I swore, sorry. I get a bit invested in these games. So anyway, apologies for language there. Yeah, having a section on the website itself that says, you know, that encourages ladies, that perhaps you know, shows some of the activities that ladies do in the club. I think the other thing is, you know, and this is you know, particularly for bigger clubs, but once your club starts to get a little bit bigger, starts to get more of a budget together, you know, resources like social media are really, really important. Facebook, get yourself a Facebook page. Everyone's using Facebook. Well, obviously not everyone, but like, it's such a massive sort of social media outlet now. It really, really needs to be taken advantage of. And if I was running a Kendo club in the West, that's definitely something that I'd be all over. And I'd even consider, it's a bit of a controversial topic for some people, but, you know, Facebook's own advertising options, they can be quite good, and you can actually target specific demographics. So that could be a good way to get your message directly to the people you want to get it to. So, you know, you could make a specific piece of content that appeals to ladies, for example, something promoting the ladies section on your website, and you could serve that that content directly to women on Facebook that have particular interests that, you know, possibly likely to take up Kendo. So I think that's something that should definitely be considered if your club has that sort of you know, budget. It's better than spending money on posters, if you ask me. You know, you don't have to spend loads on it. I'm not talking about spending hundreds of dollars, but like a few dollars here and there. I definitely think it you know, it could make quite a big difference. Sorry, I think encouragement is a big thing, but I know that some women, you know, can after a while because they don't want to get big. As in gaining muscles, stuff like that. I haven't got the rest of that comment. I'll come back to the comments in a short while. I promise I will come back and go through them all. So they're just some ideas anyway, on how I think we could probably you know, help increase the participation of women in Kendo. Now you see that guy with the blue circle. I'm not supposed to kill that guy. So, do you know what I'm going to do? Is I want to... what can I do here? Basically, what role do men play in the enhancement or fostering of women's Kendo? This is a very important topic, because like I said, there's more of us guys in Kendo than there are ladies. So it's a fact that we are part of women's Kendo. There's more, because there's more men practicing. It's more common for a woman to have to experience mixed practice than it is for a man. Obviously men have to, you know, not have to, it's not a bad thing, but, you know, men experience practice with members of the opposite sex as well, but as a kind of percentage, it's more it's something that a woman has to do more often than a man. So, you know, we have to accept as well as men that it's our, you know, that we play an important role in that development of ladies kendo, whether that's the improvement of women that are doing kendo or the encouragement of more ladies into it. Now, this is something that's a bit of a controversial topic, I think, because opinion could probably be somewhat divided on it. But this is what I think on it, okay? So feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I think it's extremely important that men should not be going easy or dumbing down their keiko because they're practicing with a woman. I think that's quite... I think that's unfair, and I think it's a bit rude. It's certainly not chivalrous or anything like that. In my opinion, that isn't. It's not providing your training partner with the level of keiko that they deserve. Okay. Now, having said that, I'm just going to hide behind this rock here because it's quite an important topic, and I don't want to get it wrong whilst I'm being shot at. So, having said that, okay. Now, I'm talking about this from the point of view of a man, okay? If your partner that you're practicing with is less experienced than you, then you should adjust your keiko appropriately. If they are much smaller than you in stature or have less physical strength, then you must adjust for that also. But that's the same regardless of their gender, right? Yeah? You know, if your opponent is lower level than you, whether they're a man or a woman, then you react accordingly. Yeah? If they're smaller than you or have less physical strength or ability, whether it's a man or a woman, you react accordingly. Yeah? The adjustments, essentially, those adjustments, they should be made based on skill and physical attributes and not based on gender. That's my opinion on that. Okay. Oh, this is a lady, it's not nice for me to do this, or it's not chivalrous or something like that. That's just, in my opinion, that's not the right way to be approaching this. Okay. Because trust me, okay, I've practiced with lots of ladies that are real hard asses. Okay. Yeah, they can kick ass, let's put it that way. So, you know, it's not about gender in that case. So, you know, when you're faced with a situation where you've got a difference in skill, it's your job to help raise your partner's ability through the keiko you provide. Okay. And when you have a difference in physical power, it's important that you adjust that. Kendo's not about just using as much power as you can, okay? You don't just smash your way through, you know? If you find yourself bowling people over or smashing people around, then, you know, I think you've got work to do. And like I said, that's the same whether your partner is male or female. Having said that, Kendo is a physical activity though. Yeah, and there's times when strength can be used as an advantage. So having physical strength can provide advantages at times, yeah? So I'm not saying you shouldn't use your physical strength, but you have to use it in the right way. Because there's also times when it can be countered. So women that, particularly for women that don't feel as confident in their sort of physical strength, I recommend that they sort of study that aspect. Okay, how do I deal with somebody that's physically more aggressive or physically stronger than me? Okay, there are ways to do it. Yeah, and like I said, because Kendo's not a game of being, you know, the strongest person wins. You know, there's lots of ways that you can get around that. Okay, so I really do think that that's an important point. Yeah, I just don't think it's right for, you know, for guys to be, you know, out there saying, oh, you know, oh, I'm not going to do this because it's a woman or whatever. You know, you have to help them. You know, if you don't, you're not fostering women's kendo. Okay, you're actually acting to the detriment of it, because you're not providing the cake or that person deserves. Okay, you're not giving them the opportunity to improve. Okay, so ladies as well, I'd like to encourage you to appreciate that. You know, please don't be sort of the opinion that, oh, you know, a man shouldn't do this or that. Yeah, it's not really about gender. If somebody's bigger or stronger than you, they shouldn't be overly using their strength. It's not going to help them in the long run. If somebody's more experienced than you, they shouldn't just be, you know, using their experience to beat you up. You know, I think that's a fair sort of take on that. Okay, so I'm going to go back through these comments in just a second, but just to summarize what I've been talking about today, basically, just to sort of give a few sort of bullet points. I know. Hang on a second. Let's just make sure I'm safe. Women need to practice with each other as much as possible. Okay, but they also need to do what they can to get everything they can out of practicing with men too. Okay. I'd like to encourage women to attend practice with their national teams as soon as they're able to, as soon as they have that opportunity. I'd also like to encourage ladies to do their best to study prominent female kendoka via, you know, we've got this wonderful internet now that's, you know, has these brilliant things like YouTube. And, you know, not just that, also see what they can take from prominent male practitioners as well. Okay, so things like the All Japan Championships, stuff like that, both the men's and ladies tournaments, they should take what they can from it. Oh dear me, I'm gonna get spotted if I don't. Okay, that's both of those. Uh-oh, I just got spotted. I don't think this is gonna end very well. I don't think I'm supposed to kill this guy. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to cheat a little bit and turn ourselves invisible. We should try and encourage more women into Kendo by thinking about what, you know, what Kendo has to offer that may act as a suitable point of appeal. And how we can get that message in the right places where ladies that are likely to want to start Kendo will see them. Okay, and also men should not patronize or patronize if you're in America. Men should not patronize women, but they should practice with them earnestly and honestly. Okay, in accordance with their skill level and the physical differences. Okay, so no dumbing down your Kendo because it's a woman. Yeah. Off-topic question. I'm a knee down who sucks at hitting door and have a little confidence in my door attack. I try not to use it. Any tips on not sucking at door so bad? I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, I'm going to do a Q&A in a second. Okay. I pretty much finished talking on the topics, you know, that I prepared for today's stream. I hope it's been sort of useful. It's been a little bit. It's a bit difficult thing for me to talk about. Obviously, I'm not a woman doing Kendo. I'm a man doing Kendo, but I have been involved in women's Kendo over the years. So I do hope that my point or my take on things have been something of a help. So just before I get into the questions, I'm going to just go over the comments that you guys have left for me throughout this stream, because I didn't manage to get them all on the screen here. So just give me a second while I bring those up. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I found that the women who continue Kendo is because they practice Kendo with their partners or have very supportive partners, like in my case. Yeah, I think that's the most common route into Kendo for lots of ladies, is that their partners are doing Kendo and they come along to join. and obviously that's something that should be very much encouraged as well. You know, if you if you're doing kendo and you're in a relationship with a woman, then you know, I'd absolutely encourage you to encourage her to come along and get involved in kendo as well. But kendo's not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, especially if you've got similar interests, it'd be nice. It's a great thing to do as a couple or even as a family. So yeah, that's a great thing. Most women at our club are practicing because their partners who are kendo are encouraged to try, encourage them to try as well. So yeah, I mean that sort of goes on with that. Next one, our dojo has one particularly strong lower rank player. She has been an excellent role model where newcomers can easily identify with her and believe they can achieve the same. Yep, that's absolutely great. I mean, I think that's really important as well. That's why it's important to have ladies in the dojo. So we need to encourage ladies to come in, because it does help to encourage other ladies both to join kendo, and the ladies that do join kendo, it helps them sort of, you know, it gives them something to aspire to. So I really do think that that's an important thing as well. Okay, Shogun Miu, I don't know what's happened to your comments. It looks like the sort of chat thing auto deleted some of your comments. I'm sorry about that. But I have got one of them here. It says, one idea I'd like to suggest to women is to indulge in exercise to develop the muscles used for sharp cutting. In most taikai, I see women cutting sometimes appears quite weak and lacking sight. What do I think? Yeah, I agree. I think that's one thing that's very difficult for ladies is getting the right cutting technique, because you still have to cut strong, but it is possible. So yeah, that can be fixed with suburi. Yeah, and that's the same for men as well. But yeah, ladies do need to be able to still strike with enough force for it to be counted as yuko datotsu, which can be a little bit of an obstacle. I do appreciate that, but that's something that they have to work on. I think that encouragement is a big thing, but I know that some women quit kendo after a while because they don't want to get big, aka gain muscles on the forearms. This was an issue talked about by women at my dojo. Yeah, that's something that I've heard before as well. But you know, they don't. I don't think that's something that necessarily happens. Yeah, they develop muscles and they develop reasonably well toned muscles. But you know, I don't think they have to get these massive sort of forearms. You know, this is something that you know, I developed myself through training with a suburito, a heavy suburito, and also at the gym, in order to improve my cutting strength without making a large swing of the shinai. But you know, that's not necessarily something that that women have to do. But you know, I can't say that, you know, if they do kendo, they're not going to develop kendo related muscles. I mean, that's a difficult thing. I mean, I guess as you know, as a club, you have to kind of encourage them that, you know, yeah, that is something that happens. You know, I mean, kendo has lots of downsides, right? It has blisters, it has, you know, painful kote strikes, stuff like that. But you know, in return, it gives you so much more. So I'd like to sort of encourage you to appeal that side of things to those sort of complaints. I find with our club, anyways, as long as you have a senior female kendoka, then females will see that and stick with it. But since our senior female kendoka had to move away, we only have one female left, and she's 13. Yes, I definitely think it helps to have a high level female. I think that will definitely help other ladies feel like kendo is something that they can stick with, because they've got a role model, which is obviously extremely important. But it's not an absolute necessity, you know, which is why it's something that I think it's as Kendo teachers, whether you're male or female, I think we have to do our best to encourage ladies to stick with Kendo. You should tell them watch the forearms of high-level women. You'll see they're not that big. That's a great point, actually. You know, if you look at the All Japan champions, you know they don't have these massive forearms yet. Yeah, they have well-toned, muscular forearms, but they're not like these huge Popeye things. A bit like what I've got. You know, it's not. It's not a necessity. So I think that's a good point. You should encourage them also to look at that. Okay, so we're going to get to questions now. I'll come back to that door question in just 1 minute, because I do have a couple of other questions that were sent to me beforehand. And we have had more than 20 people on the stream today, so I am going to do a giveaway in a moment. So do stick around, because I will be giving away some vouchers for Kendo Star as soon as I've finished getting through the questions. Okay. I found that the best or most likely place to recruit women is university. Let's have a quick look. Hang on. Didn't get. For those who are interested enough, make regular trips to non-university club, thereby giving them a place to go after university when they graduate. So it does not stop at university. Yeah, I do think that university clubs are a great. They do offer encouragement for women as well, and I definitely do think that that's an important point. So thank you for bringing that one up. Okay, so a couple of questions now. These are not related to the topic that we've been talking about today, but I do want to cover them because they are excellent questions. Let me just see if I can get. Oh, yeah, I got him. Okay, so one question I got was about the concept of irimi in Kendo Kata. It's a really difficult concept, really interesting. I had to do a bit of research, I'll be honest with you, about how I could answer this best, because it's quite an advanced, it can be an advanced concept. I mean, on a basic level, it's not so advanced, but okay. It's easy to talk about it in terms of kotachi no kata number 2, okay, or kata number 8, as many people know it by, okay, and you have your kotachi, and let's see, that guy goes to gedan, right, and you're going to take the hanmi no kama in response to that. And then you take 3 steps in, okay? And it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's this point is the irimi, okay? Where you're putting pressure forward like this. And here's the thing, okay? He's got a longer sword than you, but his monouchi is still only the top third. So essentially, if I've got this small kotachi and I can get past that monouchi, then I win, right? Okay, so that's the concept of irimi, yeah? Is getting past that monouchi. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and I'm coming in because I'm going past that monouchi. Yeah? It's that feeling there of coming forward, and that's why as he comes up to chudan, he goes up to try and get to chudan, but because we're applying that, it says in Japanese irimi shiyoto suru, and it means to try and do irimi. Okay, so he tries to get past that monouchi, so he can't get to chudan, because if he comes up to chudan, he'll already be too close to be able to cut, which is why he steps back to gedan. Okay, to wakigamai. He steps back to wakigamai to get that distance back. Yeah, but Shitachi steps forward again and brings the kotachi up for extra seme. So he steps back, and then that's when the cut comes in. Okay, so that's the concept of irimi, and it's a very deep concept because it's about applying seme it's a very advanced level of stemi, okay, because you have to push yourself past the dangerous point of his sword. Okay, you're getting right over him, and you're you're kind of throwing yourself at him, and that's what puts so much pressure on him. He kind of has to step back and panic in that way, okay? But it's about that stepping through his Mai, both physically and sort of spiritually, for one of a. I'm trying not to be esoteric, but it's very, 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 very difficult concept, but it's very, very important, and it relates to Shinai Kendo as well. Although it's a little bit different. It's not necessarily inimi in that case, but it is indeed about that stemi in terms of semi, not necessarily in terms of physical action, but that stemi is very, very important. So that's why it exists in kata number 2, and it's a very, very deep concept, and yeah, quite hard to put into words. You have to practice it a lot, okay? But that's what inimi is, and that's what it's all about. Okay. We've got loads more comments, which is great. I'll come back to those in just a second. Another question that was on my Facebook. It was about correct swings and muscle memory. I'm not a sports scientist, so my understanding of muscle memory is that it's when you practice something so much that your muscles automatically sort of remember it. That's my understanding of it. I hope I understand it correctly. But yeah, of course, that's an extremely important aspect of Kendo, especially when it comes to swinging the Shinai. You have to practice lots of suburi correctly, so that your body can automatically do it in the correct way. But it takes thousands and thousands and thousands of swings to do that. And it's not just physical things that require this. Like we were just talking about irime in kata, the practice of that will not just the muscle memory, but I guess your sort of I don't know if there's such thing as spiritual memory, but the more you practice that, look at this thing going like this. Let's just burst that. The more you practice it, the more it will come out naturally. Okay. So yeah, that's that. That's not actually, just to pick up on that. That's not a glitch. Okay, that's not a real bad guy. That's an inflatable decoy. So the dog was stood on it and it was bouncing all over the place. So I think it's actually supposed to do that. So when I shot it, it burst and flew off into nowhere. So anyway. So yeah, about muscle memory and about practice. The more you practice it, the more it will come out naturally. Okay, that's the concept of tannen as well. So practice something over and over and over, so that it becomes second nature, and you can do it without having to think about it. Okay. So let's get to the questions in the comments there. If you've still got questions, wrap this up. Okay, where are we now? Okay, so I'm an Idan who sucks at hitting door. I have little confidence in my door attacks, so try not to use it. Any tips on not sucking at door so bad? It depends on what kind of door attack we're talking about. If you're talking about regular doors in, sort of Toby Kumi door, something like that, that starts from convincing your opponent that you're going to hit them in, so that their arms come up. And then once their arms are up, you've got that door. Now, here's the thing: you don't want to turn away too much when you hit door, but you want to turn slightly. It's not so much turn, but you want to go slightly diagonally to the right, this way, okay, to your opponent's left. Okay, so you don't hit this way and then go. You kind of go at the same time. Okay, use your hips slightly to get the power. Make sure you're cutting diagonally and not so much sideways like that, and using the correct monuchi. The correct hasuji. And hit him with the monuchi. And the biggest thing is confidence. Like you say, you don't have confidence in doing it. But the thing about door is, the more you think about not missing, the more you miss. Okay, so don't think, oh, I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss, because I guarantee you'll miss. Okay, you just have to throw the shinai at them, okay, and it'll hit. Okay, and other than that, just practice it loads. Okay, probably not the answer you were hoping for, but that's what I've got. So I found that the best, most likely. Oh, we got to that one. Okay. Question: what's the highest rank of women in your dojo? You could invite them in your kendo show. Highest ranked woman in my dojo. Uh, in my dojo, I don't know. Uh, in my dojo, I don't know. Nanadan maybe. Rokudan or Nanadan, I think. That's. This isn't good. I just got spotted. You see, my dojo is a children's dojo, so actually most of the teachers are male, but we do have some ladies. I think it may be 5th dan or 6th dan, but I know lots of ladies that are not nanadan. I know several ladies that are nanadan, and yeah, I think it would be great to get some of them on the Kendo show. It's something that I've thought about a lot. One friend of mine actually that I used to practice with occasionally, I mentioned her earlier in the stream, used to be the All Japan champion. She passed her 7th dan just the other day, so she would be an interesting person to interview on the Kendo show. That's definitely something I'd like to do. Next one, I've got a question, please. This week I put on Borgu for the first time. I borrowed one. It was quite uncomfortable. Men called they were really painful. Will it get better with time and or Borgu of my size? Yes, it will. Doesn't help. It doesn't help if the Borgu doesn't fit, and it doesn't help if the Borgu is old or of low quality or has been used loads and loads and loads. Okay, once you get your own Borgu, if you get a decent set, I recommend you check out kendostar.com, of course. But once you get a decent set, you will find that it protects you better, provided that you do get a set that's, you know, appropriate. Don't go out there and get a tournament set, okay, because that won't. And provided it fits, one, it will protect you better, and two, and do believe me when I say this, you will get used to it, okay, and it will stop hurting, okay. So please just bear with it. Don't let it put you off too much. Our head sensei is 7th dan female. She's quite the inspiration, even for other females in other clubs. That's excellent. That's absolutely wonderful. Great. I'm sure she is indeed every bit the inspiration that you say. In our dojo, she's 4th dan and leads part of the training. Moreover, she's national team, so she likes to bring back at the dojo some training she had with the national team. That's brilliant, and that's a really, really important thing for your dojo. Something that's very much, you know, that everyone can benefit from. You're very lucky to have somebody like that in your club. So great. That's wonderful news. Let's go somewhere else. Where should we go? Let's go here. Okay. Throw the shinai and at them and it'll hit. Andy, yeah. All right. Okay. I'm not sure that's a quote that I should have put out there, but but that's how I do do. Okay, I just throw the shinai in it and somehow it hits. I think that's through that repeated practice, muscle memory. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's go and hide. Oh crikey, there's a bad guy there. Oh, I'm surrounded. This is a bit of a mistake. Okay. Question: what's the best way of achieving sensen no sen in Keiko? Well, sensen no sen is the act of taking the sen before your opponent takes sen, and my appreciation of sensen no sen is in waza like it's the most important element of waza in kendo actually. It's vital for things like devana men. I wish I could just say to you, oh well, here's how you do it, but it's not as simple as that. You have to do a lot of practice, okay? And what you have to do is, whilst you're the key is you have to move first, okay? And whether that doesn't necessarily mean physically, yeah, your intention has to move first, okay? So you have to make them decide to go, okay, and then your intention is coming this way, and that's what makes them be unable to keep patience, and they panic and try to strike you. But you're already ready. You've already taken the initiative. That's a sensei no sen, and you're already there, ready to make the strike as soon as they've decided to strike. Okay, you hit them at the point where they decide to attack. Okay, I'm gonna hit, but no, they've already been hit. Okay, you have to develop that through your own keiko. Okay, you have to, particularly with people that are of a lower level than you. That's the best opportunity that you've got to practice that. Okay, you're not going to be able to do that against your sensei. Okay, you have to do that with people that are lower level than you. You have to think about, are you really controlling the encounter, and are you making that strike at the point of intention? Yeah, you taking the intention before they are. Okay, that's the key to practicing with the hope of improving Sensen no Sen. Okay, very, very, very difficult concept. Something that I'm working on myself. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna give away. I said a giveaway. What did I say? A giveaway? Did I say a giveaway? How many did we need? We needed 20. Is that right? Is that what I said? Let me check. I'm pretty sure I said 20, right? Yeah, I did. I said 20. Pat the dog. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll pat the dog. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we got 20 early. We got 18 on is what it's showing me now. But all right. Okay, so I'm going to give away $100 worth of vouchers. Let's give out 4 $25 vouchers, okay? So to be eligible, what I need you to do, I need you to write in the comments right now. I need you to leave me a comment in the comments box, in the chat box there. Just write anything, doesn't matter. If you can put something in there, that will qualify you for the giveaway, okay? So please do that now, so that I can set off my my randomizer, and you can be selected for the giveaway. So please do leave a comment. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to randomize this giveaway. Ninja Neko, random comment, great. Battery's dying. Hope it doesn't run out. Kendo power. I need a beer. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning here. Let's see, keep them coming. Just one comment's fine, by the way. The more comments you put doesn't increase your chances. Just I just need you to put one comment at least that's you know, that's gonna register in our giveaway. What are these here? These donkeys? Oh, I better not. Just give you a little bit more time to do that, and then we'll run this randomizer. Where are the bad guys? Oh, they're over there. I've been pretty terrible on the PlayStation today at this Metal Gear Solid. I'm not sure it was the right choice of game to be playing with you guys, because it does take quite a lot of concentration. On vacation in Japan watching this. Oh, brilliant. Whereabouts are you in Japan? Let's get that guy. Oh, he's looking down. It's not looking good. Oh, took his hat off. Oh dear. That ruined his day. Have we pretty much got all the comments in there? We're going to ready to run this giveaway. Tokyo, brilliant. Well, I do hope you enjoy your stay in Japan. Last chance to get your comments in to be eligible for the giveaway. So do that now if you want a chance to win a $25 voucher. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing Metal Gear Solid on the stream again. It just takes that little bit too much of my concentration. It ends up I need something that's a little bit more mindless, I think. Okay, let's do this. Okay, first winner of $25. Okay, what you need to do is once you've won, you're going to hang on. Hey Andy, would a Japanese man wear a watch on their elbow? Wait a sec. So if someone asks Nanji desu ka, he can answer Hiji desu. Maybe, yeah. Thanks. I plan a visit in the Patoku sometimes. This is a really cool guy on the internet suggested it to me. Well, definitely. Whoever that really cool guy was, they were definitely right. I'd also very much recommend you go and practice at the Patoku. Absolutely excellent place. I'm gonna run this giveaway, but if I do it right now, I'm gonna get shot. Let's kill this fella first. This one. Let's get his mate from up here as well. Have we got any more? Okay, let's just run away somewhere safe, and then I'll run this. Okay, so first $25 voucher. Tsunemori, well done. What I need you to do to claim your voucher, I need you to either you can message my my Twitch page, or you can send me an email at mail@kendostar.com. Okay, so if you could do that, that'd be awesome. Okay, next one. Injadadri, I hope that's right. You've won a $25 voucher, well done. All you've got to do is message the Twitch page or email me at mail@kendostar.com, and I'll let you know how to claim that voucher. Okay, we've got 2 more to go. Next one. Jajam BV. Don't know if that's right. You've won a $25 voucher, so please message the Twitch page and or send me an email at mail@kendostar.com, and I'll let you know how to claim it. And last one goes to Shocks Pegs Lucky. Shocks Pegs Lucky, you've won a $25 voucher for Kendo Star. Please message the Twitch page or send me an email at mail@kendostar.com, and I'll let you know exactly how you can claim that $25. Okay, that pretty much wraps up the stream for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. It's been great to be chatting with you all. Had some great chat there. It's been a bit of a tough game to play whilst I was talking, and obviously interesting topic about ladies kendo. I hope it's been insightful. Obviously, as I said, that's just my opinion on it, as a man that's practicing kendo, but has been involved in ladies kendo in various aspects over the years. Okay, so I think it's about time for me to wrap it up. Please don't forget to like and share this video if you're watching it on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, get on the Kendo Gamer Facebook page, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the Kendo Show. We've got some brand new episodes coming very, very soon. I'm actually about to go and film one right now. And do not miss Kendo Star. We've got kendostar.com. You've got some deals, 20% off. You've got actually until the 31st of this month, so you've only got a few days. So get on to kendostar.com. Every purchase there does go towards helping the Kendo Show and Kendo Gamer as well. So you are making a difference by making sure that you are, choosing Kendo Star for your equipment. I think that's it. Thank you for the stream. Very impressed. You can have a discussion on this whilst playing Metal Gear Solid. I don't know if playing was the right word. Most of the time I was spent hiding behind a rock, but next time maybe we'll bring a different game. Greetings from Spain. Greetings to you from Fukuoka, Japan. What's this? What's the sushi chef's favorite waza? Maki waza and and nigiri. Okay, I like the Japanese dad jokes. The one I like to say is what do you call nine Japanese coconuts? Coconut. Anyway, that's it for me. I've got to go. I've got to go and do gotta go and film another episode of the Kendo Show. Thank you very much everyone for tuning in, and I'll catch you next week. Stay on the Kendo Gamer Facebook page for announcements of the next stream. Throw some ideas at me as well. Post to the Facebook page what you'd like me to talk about in the next episode. See you there. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye bye.